forgot I can grab fungus.
Throw the mulligan.
Oh my god, the range is steep.
Alright.
Yes, it's snowstorm now. Get butted on.
Change control, so down, left, right.
Yeah, back down. Great. I hate grabbing though. Run,
Up like
run, run. Copyright. Get one at a time. What die? Big ass bad die. Very bad die. Run. Let's go.
Okay.
What happens if you give volcanic egg to the equipment drone?
Hello. Hello.
Justin, what happens if you give volcanic egg to equipment drone?
It just flies around like that.
Nice. That's funny. I just gave it to him. Oh yeah, he does fly.
Are you gonna be playing another run after that?
We're waiting for him to be
Where you
done
at?
with his current run.
You guys can go ahead.
Sorry, I was dealing with trying to defrost the mini fridge. I don't have very many towels though, so it's gonna be a mess.
It'll be a while. Let me get finished.
It's fine. I'm fine playing Rogue Legacy while waiting.
This stupid artifact key won't drop.
Oh gosh.
Shouldn't have done this.
Darn it.
It's always the last artifact key. Never drops.
Alright, Assassin Miner.
Have you had to deal with defrosting your little fridge? Or is it one of the ones that self-defrosts? Corey.
Let me turn on the game. You're asking a question, Justin?
Have you ever had to deal with defrosting your little fridge too? Or is it one of the ones that self-defrosts?
I got rid of my little fridge a long time ago.
I thought you kept it for drinks and overflowing food.
Yeah, just at the time, once we put in the shelf, when we had the shelf, we just had way too much stuff.
Gosh, where is it?
How's my weight situation? All right. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Take it easy.
Oh,
Wow, this key does not want to drop.
oh my god. Yes, Char?
He's drop the key finally. Thank you. Looks like the the Aegis. Trial of. We should try Trial of Evolution. That's kind of cool.
Where it gives the monsters items?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like in the future, maybe.
We should do it. Because it doesn't give them that many items. It literally just gives them one of them a stage.
It
Do we-
keeps stacking.
Do we get any boons for Game of Evolution? No, I'm good.
Okay, then let's play Command.
More a challenge.
No.
All right. So not what you were asking for.
I'm just focusing on, if I play, I'm just focusing on unlocking things on the pilot.
I thought you were the one up for spiciness. I'm joking. Yeah, it's fine. Is that tweet still up, actually?
Try enough chance.
Oh,
You can just infinitely stack laser scope.
I think everything is, designed for more crit damage.
Well, with lens, you can only stack it 10 times.
Oh,
But laser scope is the equivalent of lens 10 times. Oh my gosh. It's a sad world.
hmm. I can't see right now. I'm in. Trying not to die. You want to show me something?
If I go in the water, right, I take care.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch this. I'm gonna die. And it gets all damaged. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh gosh. This is a mistake. The world's backwards. This is probably going to go nowhere. Makes me wonder if I should just go through the work and just rotate my monitor 180 degrees.
I want to deal with him.
I want to try it. See if I can pull it off.
Just good. I'm joking. You're already good.
Thank you. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Justin. Nothing gets pulled. There we go. I literally, since because my stand can do full 360 turns, I literally just that makes it really hard to put the camera back on now.
Nice job.
Oh, but then the controls are inverse.
You did it to yourself, my friend. I'm sorry.
Wonder if I can inverse the controls on here. Change controls. Enable quick drop.
No, I saw it. Last second.
Oh. See. Yeah.
Justin,
Logan?
how much does bleed stack? Or tri-tip dagger?
It's 10% per dagger.
So 10.
Oh. Pff. All right, let me rotate my screen back.
Like max stack. If there's
What do you mean?
if there's a like it stops stacking at a certain point. Does it?
Just keep on firing. It's 10% per stack though, so once you have 10 daggers, then you're doing it on every hit. It's based on hit, so
I
just
see.
keep on firing. That's all I'll say.
Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. Shooting. Oh man.
Damn.
Ooh, lich. Ooh. You're flexible. What's up, Char? Will you two help me get hoverboard? I mean, that works. Or actually, is say I'll say, oh, 2 is better. People can read that word too. No, yeah, numbers worked. Yeah. Oh. Next. I have to kill him first before I can. Ooh. Okay.
Dang it, I shot. Shot.
Ah. Just gotta do this amount of money that time.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this. Enter the Gungeon sub game you might have actually liked, somewhat, kinda, maybe.
It's a game like Enter the Gungeon that I would have liked.
No, I meant like they had another one, like
Did-
a different game.
Did they?
Yeah, they have an arcade cabinet.
I saw
They have
that.
a light gun game.
Hmm.
Only $5,500.
What a deal. Oh, I see.
I mean, for some people, it probably actually is because they're like collecting those sort of things is really difficult otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not only do you have to go through like backroom stuff to pick up arcade cabinets because most companies only sell it in bulk rental prices, effectively rentals, where they get a cut of every coin or every time they get used.
Mm-hmm.
And to get them in a retail way, you practically have to go under the table, effectively, I think.
Hmm.
I'm not too sure about that. Like, just buying them secondhand. But a lot of them also have, like, DRM stuff. Like, there was, like, some Sega ones where you had to have an explicitly proprietary, like, USB plugged into it that phones home back to Sega about usage and stuff.
Hmm.
Or at least any of the semi-modern ones, and even some of the older stuff too.
Scavenger. So elegant.
Nice. Darn it. Oh, he just charged right through.
Help me!
Oh, darn it. Oh. Got a bunch of
There
money.
you are.
Nice. Oh, okay.
It was actually right here. Okay, where was it? Forgot where the equipment came.
Darn it. I had to be patient.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh jeez.
Whoosh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Logan disappeared.
Where
That's
did
the...
his power go out again?
No, he's still supposedly on Steam, so either his power went out or he had to go do something real quick and had to rush. Okay, what does the towel say?
Yes, Char. Despawn? D-E.
No, like I had to despawn my ship and I didn't want to.
You want to spell? You want to press the whole thing?
Right here.
No, I wanted to despawn my ship.
Yeah. What do you want me to communicate? What do you
I
want?
spelled sorry, so
Oh, how do you spell sorry? Oh, S-O-R-R-Y. I thought you were asking me how to spell despawn. Ah. Oh. That's what foot pulse means.
Sorry, what?
No foot pulse. It's like a feat that makes just makes it so like spike traps don't react when you're stepping on them.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
What was that noise? I heard a beep of sorts. It's intense. Oh, he charges. It's definitely something on mine. Huh. Can I leave chicken? Oh man.
Oof. You're taking all the hits.
I know. Oh.
Hmm. So did you look into the Diablo 1 thing, since it's kind of a impasse of everyone wanting to... Everyone's fine with playing it so far.
Hmm.
You haven't heard anything from Ethan, though.
Yeah. I think next time we're together, we can talk to him and ask him what he thinks. Okay, that takes mana. Good to know.
Well, would you look at that? If you really feel like you need to play Diablo 1, but you don't have enough computers, you can pull out the Switch and play Evolution X on it. That Switch port there, that Diablo thing you had. Wait, it's saying Amiga. Amiga is really old. Did someone actually get it running well? Wow.
Wait, what's up?
I was looking at that like Diablo thing and like that you linked earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and it says there's a build for the Amiga.
The
I
Amiga?
wonder which Amiga. Yeah, an Amiga is a really old like family of computers from like the 80s and stuff back, and it was mostly in Europe.
Hmm.
But Commodore was the one that kind of made them.
So for me, I've already beaten Diablo. I
Yeah.
have never done a group run on Diablo besides that one time. And I never really fully explored the unofficial expansion, official, unofficial expansion of it.
Official third-party expansion.
Yeah.
Hellfire. Yeah, that's like
And you could tell,
interesting
like,
times.
it's so dumb because you could tell, like the monk, a lot of the other extra class stuff and abilities, they literally just copied and pasted that in the other games.
Yeah.
Which is, it actually irritates me that commissioned them to make it and then declared it unofficial.
Oh, it was official. It just wasn't like their own sort of thing, which I think practically was, for a lot of people, was treated the same. It's even worse because a lot of the stuff they did in Hellfire, Blizzard was like, "Oh, that's too much like our sequel, so no, don't actually ship it."
Is
But
that
they
what
did
happened?
anyways. Like the Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
The Barbarian, you have to go through all those works with a hacked file, a single hacked file or executable that says yes, this is allowed,
Hmm.
and it's fully functional character.
Okay, what am I looking at?
You're looking at an eyeball. Thankfully, you have a double jump.
And luckily,
Do you have the dash abilities?
I don't. Oop.
I think if you didn't have a double jump, you'd still be able to maybe pogo stick your way across, but that'd be a lot more difficult.
Die, die! Oh, I did it. My first time actually beating him.
Nice.
I could definitely tell Enter and Exit has helped me so much deal with projectile
Recognition?
patterns.
Pattern recognition and all that.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. But yeah, like no joke, that helped me so much in that. Be able to know the speed to go to dodge all it. It's like, even though I'm playing a controller, enter and exit the gungeon, gameplay, still transferred over, which is nice. Because now I feel like I have progression in this game. Because before, I paused this, played Hades, then played Enter and Exit the Gungeon. I would just have the hardest, I just didn't win against him. Even though I barely won, but still
Yeah.
It feels nice to have progression.
And it feels nice that your ability has progressed throughout multiple games.
Yeah. Oh. Take the health of yours.
Thankfully, you do have a spell that goes through walls, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's how I took
Sometimes
care.
you don't.
Yeah.
And so,
You guys are annoying. Boop. Boop. Come here. Come here. I feel like I need like a Metroid dodge roll to get down there.
I do believe so. Actually. Because there's a chest down there, even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh.
Gotta pogo stick your way on to those
Oh,
platforms.
you buggers. Come on. Work with me, Control.
Oh, do you not have it at like a specific button for going down?
Ooh. For going
For-
down? That would be a good idea. Just trying to
Like
do...
there's a like in the controls, there's one for doing a down stab.
That would be nice.
I think it's quick drop. Yeah, I think it's quick drop if you use. Are you using mouse or key or controller?
Controller.
Okay.
Looks like I will have to do a quick drop. I was hoping for just a specific button just to hit lower, but I'm just going to have to do quick drop.
I mean, that one is quite literally you press down and then you go down.
Dementia. You are insane. All right.
No crits for you.
So... Huh. Not really. Hmm. Yeah, let's just do the dash.
And now you're zooming.
Mm-hmm.
I think you had issues with the mouse and keyboard on that game, right?
It's just...
Because it's all analog movement or
Mhm.
digital movement anyways. You go full speed left or full speed right anyways.
Yeah. That's also, it's good for me. Make this easy. Oh! Since I'm insane, zombies don't bother me.
It's not a real zombie. Trying to defeat your inner demons.
Oh, I see. So since I'm insane, I see things. I see things that are not there. That makes sense. Oh, bad fireball. Oh gosh. Oh. This dementia thing's interesting. Oh, that down, the quick down got me killed.
Oh, because without you wanting to, because button
Yeah.
presses.
Oh. All right, Char, in 4 minutes, you got to go through steps, my friend. Mm-hmm.
Also, about the dedicated buttons for down, I don't think there's enough buttons on a controller to do that.
Uh,
Oh, I guess there's the clicking the sticks in.
nope. There's like secrets up here. Darn it.
Ready for the new land. Hello.
Welcome back. All right.
How's it going, Logan?
Good.
Good to hear.
Did you complete your run?
Huh?
Did you complete your casual land 20 area run?
They're not.
Still doing it?
Yes. And now I have all corrupts all yellow items.
Ooh. Oh,
I shouldn't have done it. I've never done it before.
It's not terrible, and
Love
then you
the
die,
pace
and
a
then
little
it's
bit.
terrible.
huh? What's up? Oh. I'm doing terrible. Yeah. Hmm.
Alright, I'm heading off for a while.
All right.
Dinner's ready. Later.
Love you, Houston. Catch you later. Oh, the spike there. Hmm.
I feel so bad right now. I feel so bad for the thing. Wait, I can make it even better. What am I doing there?
That's good.
You can look. How was your time? Hmm.
Infinite punching!
Can't. Okay. I'm trying not to die right now.
Okay.
Okay, what kind of boss am I looking at? Well, that's a big flame ball. Pounce de Lun. Sentinel. Oh. A Spector.
Fury. God. That. Fury.
Hmm.
You get broke again.
Nice. Hmm. Oh. All right, we're at time. We gotta go through ring step.
Die! Die!
You ready to set char? Right. Time.
What is wrong with my video? Wherever is it that too?
Can people join your server? Just randomly?
I could let them.
Mm. What's up, friend?
The screen whenever you do that.
It just goes blah 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 blah.
Minute! Wait, what time is it? What time is it?
It is 2:52.
Can I watch you for a tiny bit?
Sure. It's because it's called a blood sword. It gives me health back when I get kills with it. Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just have to log in. You play on mine. Actually, no, you play on the Derpinator. I'll have to make sure you're logged into my alt account. Yeah, then your guy is on my alt account. Because when we're playing together, I'll play on mine and you play on my alt account. Oh, that's a health fountain. Okay. I think I have to beat all bosses and go to the Golden Gate. Alright, defeated this boss. Okay. Now let me in that again. Oh, okay. There's a unique variant. Because I'm an archmage or wizard. Well, because I still need to hit them. Not going to have mana all the time in this game. Oh. Right. See if I can get.
Yes.
Oh.
What's up?
Oh, I just died.
I'm done.
Cool. We're at Ring Step. I'm waiting for Broheim.
Yeah, I assume that. I heard. No.
I get to be the village Hokage. Powerful Master. Locks with you. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't have. No, I got. It was it's this person. It's a new unlock right there. Grants you the power to jump in the air. Multiple runes stack, allowing for multiple jumps. So I can have triple jump.
I can't even.
Huh?
I can't even die.
Oh, you're still playing?
No, I finished. Just trying to die.
Oh. I mean, you could just obliterate yourself or get some.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Get some. If you get the shroud, the beads, then you can take those beads and like when you obliterate yourself, it like summons like a big guy you fight.
Yeah.
And you get extra. Hmm. Because it just has better numbers. I already get enough health per kill. Like, the thing about the blood though is it lowers your max HP. So I have enough blood items to get a decent amount of health back. Oh. That was just me casting the scythes. Turns. Because I don't, you get a curse or a blessing from there, and this I think makes it so it doesn't cost for me to go back in next time I'm in. Like, you can't, you won't take away my money. Oh. Oh. I see those. Oh my gosh. Come on, that's it. That's it. Take that. You punk Nugget.
My game just freeze.
Oh, did it? There's so much effects. It's just.
No, it's just black screen after I click the blue portal. Hmm. Okay. I can click escape.
What?
Wait.
He was not shaking.
What is going?
You ready to read? All right. Do you still want to do some Roar 2, Logan?
Yeah.
Okay. Charlie
I'm
said
gonna
he'll
take a
play.
shower right now, though.
You need to take a shower.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay. Oh, he does that. After we read, I'll just keep doing Rogue Legacy until he's back on. Unless you want to be around just us. No? Okay. All right, we're in numbers for everyone. Numbers and Deuteronomy. All right. So I always offer, since we're just starting the book of Numbers, that we need to read the acknowledgement and the introduction. Oh, and the Torah. So this will be one section, and then we can watch the Bible Project's intros and numbers after that. They're pretty small, and also I've been very flexible with that. So we can read this intro stuff, and then we can do we can either read the first section or we could then watch the Bible Project video. Okay, so here we got up here. Okay, got some maps: Syria, Canaan, Jerusalem, Bitter Lakes, Egypt, River, Sinai. Acknowledgement. The We pray. Jesus, throne for amazing. As we we thank you so much that as we read the writings of the ancients, that you have given us just information out there to help us understand a little bit, just to scratch the surface on what the ancient Israelites were thinking, how they saw the world, how they saw the cosmos, how they saw faith and life in the world. And you give us a glimpse. But we thank you for the writings on how it speaks about deeper human struggles. So please reveal to us what it means to the original audience, and in turn what it means in light of your death and resurrection as we read these scholarly thoughts. Wonderful awesome name, amen. The translation at the beginning of each chapter and in other biblical quotations is my own. I have struck closer to the Hebrew than modern translations often do when they're designed for reading in church, so that you can see more precisely what the text says. Thus, although I prefer to use gender-inclusive language, I have let the translation stay gendered if inclusivizing it will make unclear whether the text was talking in the singular or plural. In other words, the translation often uses he, where in my own writing I would say they or he or she. Sometimes I have added words to make the meaning clear, and I have put these words in square brackets. Space confines do not allow for including the whole of the biblical text, where there is insufficient room for that. I make some general comments on the material I have had to omit. At the end of the book is a glossary of some terms that reoccur in the text. Okay. Space confines do not allow for including the whole of the biblical text, where there is insufficient room for that. I make some general comments on the material I have had to omit. At the end of the book is a glossary of some terms that reoccur in the text, mostly geographical, historical, and theological expressions. In each chapter, though not in the introduction, these terms are highlighted in bold the first time they occur. The stories following the translation often concern my friends as well as my family. None are made up, but to be fair to people, they are sometimes heavily disguised. Sometimes I have disguised them so well that when I came to read them again, it took me time to remember who it was they were describing. In these stories, my wife Anne frequently appears just before I began writing this book. She died after negotiating with multiple sclerosis for 43 years. Our shared dealings with her illness and disability over these years contribute to everything I write, in ways you'll be able to see, but also in ways that are less obvious. I thank God for her, and I am glad for her sake, though not for mine, that she can now sleep till resurrection day. That's interesting. So he believes that, like when we go down to Sheol, that we're waiting until the resurrection day. And so how did his wife die? From multiple sclerosis. That means like her back was like so just not like her back vertebrae was so misaligned that like it disabled her from doing things. I am grateful to Matt Sousa for reading through the manuscripts and spotting unclarities and slips, and to Tom Bennett for checking the proofs. Introduction. As far as Jesus and the New Testament writers were concerned, the Jewish scriptures that Christians call the Old Testament were the scriptures. In saying that, I cut corners a bit, as the New Testament never gives us a list of these scriptures. But the body of scriptures that the Jewish people accept as near as we can get to identifying the collection that Jesus and the New Testament writers would have worked with. The church also came to accept some extra books, the Apocrypha, or deuterocanonical writings. But for the purposes of this series that seeks to expound the Old Testament for everyone, by the Old Testament we mean the scriptures accepted by the Jewish community. They were not old in a sense of antiquated, or out of date. I sometimes like to refer to them as the First Testament rather than the Old Testament to make that point. For Jesus and the New Testament writers, they were a living resource for understanding God and God's ways in the world and God's ways with us. They were useful for teaching, for reproof, for correction, and for training in righteousness, so that the person who belongs to God can be proficient, equipped for every good work. So that's, you know where that's from? That's from the New Testament or the Second Testament. So we believe that even though the First Testament, the Old Testament, is pretty old, it's still good for teaching, for correcting, reproofing, and teaching us in righteousness. So they were for everyone, in fact. So it's strange that Christians don't read them very much. My aim in these volumes is to help you do that. My hesitation is that you may read me instead of the scriptures. Don't do that. I like the fact that this series includes the biblical text. Don't skip over it. In the end, that's the bit that matters. An outline of the Old Testament. The Jewish community often refers to these scriptures as the Torah, the prophets, and the writing. So that's the Tanakh. You ever heard me call it Tanakh? So it's Torah, prophets, and writings. While the Christian Old Testament comprises the same books, it has them in a different order. Genesis to Kings, a story that runs from the creation of the world to the exile of Judahites to Babylon. Chronicles to Esther, a second version of the story, continuing it into the years after the exile. Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Songs, some poetic books, Isaiah to Malachi, the teaching of some prophets. Here's my outline of the history that lies at the background of the books. I give no dates for events in Genesis, which involves too much guesswork. So this is 12,000 BCs. As we have Moses, we have the time we're reading, right? Moses, the Exodus, Joshua. So it is right now, 2023, right? So this is 1200 BC. How long ago do you think that is? Actually, so it's 2,000 years to 0 AD, and now you have to go back. So now, 2,000 plus 1,200 be 3,200. This is 3,200 years ago. So 1100s BC, the Judges. 1000s BC, Saul and David. Have you heard about the story of David? You ever heard about he slayed the giant? Okay. Well, gladly we'll eventually get there. Solomon, the nation splits into two, Ephraim and Judah. Elijah, Elisha. Amos, Hosea, Isaiah, Micah, Assyria the superpower, the fall of Ephraim. Jeremiah, Josiah, Babylon the superpower. Ezekiel, the fall of Judah, Persia the superpower. Ezra, Nehemiah. So this is pretty much like after Ezra and Nehemiah time, this is when are pretty much the text we have, the First Testament, the Old Testament is done. Because around 300 BC is when Greece, the superpower, comes into play. That's when you have Alexander the Great, Hellenizing, all that. So 200 BC, Syria and Egypt, the regional powers pulling Judah one way or the other. 100s, Judah's rebellions against Syrian power and gain of independence. And then around 0 AD is when Rome became the superpower. And that's around the time of Jesus. So 30 AD. The Torah. Humanly speaking, the dominant figure in Numbers and Deuteronomy is Moses. And the King James Bible calls these books the fourth and fifth books of Moses. They do refer to Moses writing some things down, but not to his writing the books themselves. They speak about Moses in the third person, rather giving the impression that someone else is writing about him. Like most of the Bible, the books themselves are anonymous. They don't tell us who wrote them, One of the characteristics of Numbers and Deuteronomy is that they give us another run at topics already handled in Exodus and Leviticus. For instance, Deuteronomy gives another set of instructions about the treatment of servants to follow on the two sets that have already appeared in Exodus and Leviticus. All of these come from a time before the people are settled and thus in a position where they need to use even one set. They give us another set of instructions about celebrating the festivals in spring, summer, and fall to follow on the three that have appeared in Exodus and Leviticus. It seems that over the centuries, beginning with Moses, God was continually guiding the community in how to live their lives in connection with their worship in everyday life. God's guidance took different shape as different social contexts required it to do so. And Numbers and Deuteronomy, like Exodus and Leviticus, brought together the fruit of this guidance as part of the great work of teaching that constitutes the 5 books of the Torah. The book of Ezra speaks of Ezra's bringing the Torah to Jerusalem from Babylon in 458 BC. Sometime after the exile, and maybe this indicates that the process of assembling the Torah, and thus Numbers and Deuteronomy, is now reaching its completion. So the books will incorporate material that accumulate over the best part of a millennia, from Moses to Ezra. The King James Bible did not invent the idea of linking the first 5 books with Moses. It was around by Jesus' time. And the New Testament presupposes the link, but it is doubtful whether people simply meant to imply Moses actually wrote the book. They had other books and traditions that were associated with Moses, even though people knew they came from their own day. Calling something Mosaic was a way of saying we accept this as a work of thing Moses would approve. None of the opening 5 books is really a work on its own, complete in itself. So who do we connect Numbers and Deuteronomy to? Moses, right. Thus, Numbers and Deuteronomy do not have a proper beginning of their own, but presupposes the story in Genesis to Leviticus. There, God's promise to Abraham found partial fulfilling. Okay. Thus, Numbers and Deuteronomy do not have a proper beginning of their own, but presuppose the story in Genesis to Leviticus. There, God's promises to Abraham found partial fulfillment within Genesis. But the book ends with the family of Jacob in the wrong country because of a famine. Exodus 1 through 18 takes up this story by getting Jacob's descendant out of Egypt and on their way to Canaan. But then for a long time, the story stands still. They spend the whole of Exodus 19 through 40 and Leviticus at Mount Sinai. So where they spend half of Exodus and all of it Leviticus at? Mount Sinai, right. The time involved is only 2 years. But the space given to this time shows how much importance was attached to Israel's stay there and to Israel's working out its implication over subsequent centuries. So at the end of Leviticus, the people are still on the way. Numbers and Deuteronomy take them from Sinai to the edge of the promised land.
For all 15, they probably have to type so much space. 5 years later. And folds up. That's how much space there, right?
So Mount Sinai is where like they were working out the relation between them and Yahweh. And so now they're going to be like, all right, let's number the people, hence numbers, and we're going to go towards the promised land. So at the end of Leviticus, the people are still on the way. Numbers and Deuteronomy take them from Sinai to the edge of the promised land. The 5 books are a bit like the 5 seasons of a TV series, each ending with questions unresolved so that you can return for the next one. And the series go on for another 6 seasons, making it some sort of record. As the story continues through Joshua, Judges, 1st and 2nd Samuel, and 1st and 2nd Kings, Numbers and Deuteronomy are part of a gigantum story running from Genesis right through to the books of Samuel and Kings. We know it does end then because turning over the page takes us to a kind of spin-off. a new version of the entire story in First Chronicles. So Genesis to Kings tells a story that takes us from creation via the promise to Israel's ancestors, the Exodus, the meeting with God at Sinai, the people's journey in Canaan, the dramas of the book of Judges, the achievement of Saul, David, and Solomon, and then the division and decline that end up with many people from Judah transported to Babylon. As we have it, then, this huge story belongs in the period after the last events it records. The exile of people from Judah to Babylon in 587 BC. I don't assume it was written from scratch then, but strenuous effort to work out the stages whereby it reaches its eventual form has not produced any consequences on the process whereby this happened. So it's best not to fret about the question. But the way the story extends from the beginning of the world to the end of the Judahite state does invite us to read the beginning and light of the end, as with any story, and this sometimes helps us to notice points about the story that we might otherwise miss, and to avoid misunderstanding points that would otherwise be puzzling. Numbers in Deuteronomy. Yeah, well, this is the first section, so we just have this, and then we can watch the Bible Project. Numbers in Deuteronomy. Looking at Numbers in Deuteronomy in one volume of the Old Testament for everyone means considering the whole account of Israel's journey from Sinai to the edge of the Promised Land. Number begins with the people still at Sinai and with Moses still giving them instructions from God, as in Leviticus, but the focus of the instructions change. They now concern the journey the people are about to begin. The first third of Numbers relates these instructions, given over the last 3 weeks of Sinai. The middle third tells of the journey, which turns out to take 40 years. For the last third, they are in the Vale of Moab, east of the Jordan and the Dead Sea, and the story prepares the way for their arrival in Canaan. Through this last 2/3 of the book, instructions on various matters and a weave of stories about particular events. Throughout Deuteronomy, people remain on the edge of Canaan as the book relates Moses' last address to Israel. He reviews the journey they have made, challenges this new generation about the attitudes to God that need to characterize their lives, and gives them detailed instructions about issues they will need to handle there. He urges them to stay in covenant relationship with God, appoints Joshua as his successor as leader, gives them God's blessing, and climbs a nearby mountain for a look at the country the people are about to enter before he himself dies. Both Old and New Testament assume that the stories and the teaching are significant for their own readers. Psalms 95 holds stories and teaching together. Israel needs to pay heed to God's instructions and learn the lessons from what happened on this tumultuous journey, if they are not to get into a mess in the way Israel often did. It is often helpful to imagine the story being told or read to Israelites in succeeding centuries. 1 Corinthians 10 shows how Paul reckons it was vital for the Corinthians to learn from these stories, while the story of Jesus' temptation in the wilderness shows how he, too, assumes that Deuteronomy needs to determine the shape of his life. All right, friend, that's what I'm going to say. We can start, and then once Jason gets here, I think the Bible Project Numbers video will also be good for him. Okay?
Watch this. No, I said you ready?
Nice.
Ow. I am not liking what I see.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up?
Ah.
You want to play?
Want to what?
Today?
Yeah. Give me just 1 second.
Hmm.
All right, I think there's a save and quit.
Maybe you should message Justin. Let's see.
I'll let you
Won't be
message
back for a
him.
while.
See if he'll join.
Dude.
What's up, Char? Okay. Did you message Justin?
Oh, I thought you were doing it. I will.
Sweet.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Logan.
You ready for some rains that are risky?
No, I'm ready for a monsoon though.
All right, let me switch things over.
Same.
Take off the headset. Right. Then sneeze. So they're making it so that every time someone installs, they have to take a piece. Unity will take a piece of the proceeds.
Pretty much. It's not even the proceeds. It's like a flat fee.
A flat fee for every time it's even installed.
Yes.
It's like once the game's bought, like even developers, they're unable to make money.
And they also said they were including if someone bought it on like Steam or something and installed it on 2 separate computers, that would count as 2 installs to be charged.
That's brutal.